Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a very special sketch and a very special page. It is for the Rainbow Challenge at Scrap-A-Sketch, and I'm doing a sample layout. And my this particular challenge, the color is yellow. We can use yellow as the main color, although we can also use other colors. And this sketch and this color were chosen by Johnny, who is the lovely Lisa's adorable son. And so I'm going to be scrapping a photo that I took on the day that we went by Lisa's house so that I could say goodbye to Johnny and so that we could give him a little gift that we had gotten for him. And he immediately went and put on, it was a little navy and white striped shirt that we bought in France that, you know, made him look like a little French sailor. Isn't that cute? I just love it. And so the sweet, adorable, wonderful boy that he is, he immediately went and made a gift for me. And so I'm scrapping about that gift, and I will show you the full size. I've taken some photos, and when it goes on the layout, it's going to be smaller. But it was a card that has a heart on the front. And then you open it up, and it says, Scrappy Kathy, here is money and a pen to keep. And there's money, and here's the pen. So I've photographed that, and I'm going to store the original in the back, you know, like behind the layout in my album. I may not put the pencil there, but I will take a photo of it, and I will keep the pencil with my precious pencils. Like, for instance, I have a Scrap-A-Sketch pencil right next to my Dottie About Flair colored pencil. So, and I have For the Love of Pretty Paper and Mind the Scrap and Scrap Squad pencils as well. I don't have them right there, but I need to put all those together. Anyway, let's move on. The sketch has these giant circles, and they look kind of sketchy and mixed media-ish, so I'm going to go with that. The stencil I have has these circles are not quite as large, and they're not arranged this way, but I thought they'd be kind of cool, and I thought Johnny would be okay with that. See, it's not so much Lisa that I'm doing this layout for, it's Johnny. I'll admit it. Hi, Johnny, because I know you're watching out there somewhere sometime. So I'm going to put the photo over here. I have done, Johnny also gave the qualification that she can do this, and yellow is the main color, but it's okay if she wants to do purple, because I know she likes purple. So I'm going to do some purple. I have actually die cut some little tiny purple, some purple vellum butterflies. Okay, so now I'm going to do this. I'm going to kind of make these mostly yellow, but I'm going to leave some spots open and go back in with some purple and some green. And I'm going to use two colors of yellow. I'm going to use this mustard seed, and I'm just going to kind of go loosely in them with this. I'm going to go back in with some wild honey, and that's going to be the main color story on here, will be those two yellows, but some of these little sections are going to have other color, and I don't want them all to be the same. I want them to kind of all look a little bit sketchy and scratchy, itchy and scratchy, I guess. Okay, now with the same brush, and I may spritz with a little bit of water to get a watercolory effect, but I may actually not do that. So I'm just kind of adding this up adjacent to and over the yellow. And it's almost the same. It's just got a little bit orangey kind of color. And I've got some embellishments that are going to be a little on the orangey side. So I kind of want that color somewhere in the tableau here. So now I have to be really careful with the purple because it will make mud if I mix it with the yellow or the orange. Let's see, what am I doing with my inks? I'm putting them aside, but there's no room on the table. Okay, so I'm gonna do just the slightest bit of purple in a few places, like maybe there. And I'm using Dusty Concord, which is a type of purple that kind of has a little bit of a brown look anyway. And so if it does make mud anywhere, this one I colored all the squares, so I'm going to go ahead and knowingly make some mud there. And this is really just kind of for a little fun. It really isn't that bad when I mix it with the yellow. I'm surprised, honestly. But these oxide inks kind of behave a little bit differently from other coloring agents. And it's not quite the same effect, and you can actually get some that almost kind of brightens up. I'm gonna do some right in here. Okay, and I guess I didn't do any here, so I'll do some there. So in some cases you can see the pure purple, in other cases you see it blended with the yellow, and oddly enough it doesn't look bad. And I've got some different pieces from different collections here that have completely different color stories. And I'm trying in a way here, kind of trying to put colors in that make those things make sense. If that makes any sense. I need to, and if it goes a little bit off, if you'll recall on the original, the lines weren't perfect. So where there are things, I do not mind covering up the yellow with some of this green. I'm gonna maybe even add some there to a purple section, and it doesn't look bad. Go figure. Who knew? Okay, I think we've got all the sections colored, so let's do the big reveal here. All right, I'm happy with that, and I am not gonna put any water on it because it already looks kind of watercolor-ish, if you will. So I'm gonna put this here and put this over away, and of course that one ended up on the floor. Not a problem. Not gonna do anything about it. Okay, so here's my background. And I have already stapled the photo on some pieces of ephemera from 49 and Market. And I did this kind of neutral green, which is why that green is in there. And I used shabby shutters, I think. Yeah, shabby shutters. Is that right? Yes. And because I thought it would be a good match for this green. And I threw in this little pink, bit of pink here, because pink is not Johnny's favorite color to create with. And yet he knows that it's not a Scrappy Kathy layout without some pink in there. So I kind of wanted to do that just to show that pink can be okay. I'm going to kind of put the photo cluster here, and you can see little bits kind of coming out. I have a let me get my foam tape handy. This is a frame, and it's got pink again, but I can't not use it because, and you'll see in a minute why. It's just that smile, that beautiful smile, just lights up my day. Every time I look at a picture of Johnny or recall spending time with him, we scrapbook together even. Okay, I'm messing things up here. I've got to figure out which side the glue is on. And I'm just putting some thick foam tape on here to lift it up, and I'm going to try to carefully place it on the photo. And I will tell you in a minute why I have stapled these things together, but they're open, and I'll show you why in a minute. And I don't want to change that, so I haven't put any adhesive up here at the top. So I want to do it kind of this way, and I need this to be down lower because, like I said, I want it open up at the top. I don't want any adhesive preventing me sliding some things down behind the photo. Okay, so here, and it's that pink again, but I can't not do this. Okay, now as for what's going to slide back behind there, I have a photo of the inside of the card that says, Scrappy Kathy, here is money and a pen to keep. And I've put a tab on it. I don't have anything, I don't have a sticker on the tab yet, but I'll probably find one. And then this is a picture of the front of the card, and you can see the front of the card here. But I kind of thought it would be cool to kind of slide it back here. So do you want it there, or yes, that is. I want it there. And I want to let it show that there's something there. And kind of have that. And I'll be able to pull those up. I will know that, and you can, it's close enough to the opening of the top loading page protector that I'll be able to get to it. Okay, so that kind of adds a few other little colors, and now I'm going to start adding a whole bunch of colors. My title is kind of a play on a Chuck Berry song, and it's Johnny Be Good, and I'm going to do kind of a cluster around behind these things, and a cluster here, and then one maybe down around here. So I'm going to need a few layers of foam on this to bring it up to that level. So I'm going to do that. I'm also doing the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge, and song lyrics and have to be in our title or subtitle, and I thought Johnny Be Good was, that's the song that came to mind when I thought about scrapping a page about Johnny. And I know there's supposed to be an E on the end in the name of the song, but I thought the meaning would be more clear if I did it this way. Okay, so it's kind of wavy, but I will put some things around it and it won't, I've got a yellow flower. It's something I fussy cut from a Vicky Bouton paper scrap. So I'm going to slide that in here to start off this cluster. I'm going to put it between the pink and the green so that it doesn't get involved with these slide out bits. I have another frame-like piece that I thought I might check to see if it could work somehow. I die cut a banner out of this for my layout I did yesterday. And this adds, I'll do it this way. This adds a little color. I'm not going to prop it up. I'm just going to kind of, oops, let it be the foundation for, but if I wanted the foundation for the cluster, I would do it this way. What am I doing? I don't like it that way. I'm just going to let it exist on its own. Maybe I will do top, bottom, and around the title. I'm not sure which way to angle it because I haven't completely built those clusters. I'm going to keep it kind of like that, and we'll see where we go from there. Now, and I haven't thought any of this through, maybe that this could go kind of right there, and I'll put a little bit of foam under it. And then I will add a flower and a flare here. I've already got a flower there. So let's put a flare. I've got 3 flare over here. I can only find 2 right now. I have lost a flare. Is it sticking to me? It'll show up sometime. So I'll pick one of these 2. I'll take this one and maybe slide it in right there. I've got things kind of sliding all over the place. Where did that flare go? I also have to be sure that I have room for my stamping. There. Let me do this stamping maybe right. If I want to build, if I'm going to have that cluster kind of going out that way, maybe I'll have this one going out this way. So I'm going to stamp it right there. And it says, "Oh, happy day." I like stamping early before I've built the cluster, because if it hadn't come out nice, I could have covered it with my cluster. So I have, okay, I have this. That can anchor that cluster. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue along there for that to stick. I have a few hairs from those brushes. Okay, I like that it props up the kite, but the tail kind of hangs down. And in that same color scheme, I've got this floral, which I can arrange so that "Oh, happy day" shows. And Johnny's favorite color is blue, and we're not seeing a lot of blue here yet, but I do have plans for that, Johnny. It's coming. Okay, I've got this, which is kind of blue, and it's just a phrase sticker that says "some kind of wonderful." And I thought I would, this is from Sweet Rush. There I go, calling it Sugar Rush again, by Vicki Boutin. And this stamp is from this Sweet Rush set. It says "Oh, happy day." And I'm going to put some foam behind this to stand it up. I still can't find that flare. I may have to go get another one, because I want a flare in each cluster. Very weird, because there's a fairly small area here, and I know that there were 3. Okay, so that finishes my foam tape roll, but I'm going to use every single bit of it to the very end there. Okay, let's see, it's about that long, and I will cut it in half. I'm just going to put that right there, and it's going to kind of hang out there, and we'll have to see what we can do. I have this that says good stuff, and it's got that pink, but I've got the pink around and about anyway. So I'm going to do this. I hope you don't mind, Johnny. I'm going to go ahead and put this out here and kind of tuck it under so that you can just read the words. And then I'm going to add some blue. This is where I'll add my blue. I have a couple Mrs. Brumble's hearts in 2 different colors of blue. It's from a winter sticker sheet. And I'm not going to use any of the wintry bits, just this, and maybe that's where I could put this flare. Where is my other flare? I'll have to go find one. It had little multicolor squares in the same color palette as these 2. I'm going to put this under here, and I'll do the dark blue here. I want some foam under it, actually. So let's do that. There. And then I'm going to do a little bit of glue on this one and let it kind of hang off like that. And what I've done is put a little bit too much glue, so I'm going to wipe it off. That's tacky enough to hold it right there, and we should be fine. Now, let me go get the another flare that works here. And I'm sure after I finish filming, I will find it. What I'm looking for is one that has, this one has all those same colors, including the purple and the yellow. So I'm going to kind of stick that right in here. The other one had squares, this one has hearts, so this one's even better. There. Now I have a ticket. Before I start putting on the purple butterflies, I have a ticket that I thought would be cute somewhere. Maybe it wants to be up here under the arrow. That just kind of brings in a little bit of red. Okay, and when I went to die cut my butterflies, and I will put them all out here on the paper, I used the Bramble Fox butterfly die set, and it's amazing. It's got various sizes and styles. I love this one where the outline, it has an outline frame and you can kind of prop it up. When I went to use the dies, there was this one and that's a Paige Evans paper. This one was left in the die from the last time I used the die to cut something. And I thought, you know, that color's not horrible for this page. So I'm going to go ahead and use it just kind of as an accent. And do I want it down here next to Oh Happy Day or up here? I'm leaning towards up by the pink cotton candy, or candy floss, as I'm sure Johnny calls it. And I'll tell you in a minute the reason I need some red going on in this layout. It's because when we got to Johnny's house on this day, he was having a wonderful time with some watermelon. And I have this great food and fun sticker book that was given to me by Stephanie Wright at the, well, it wasn't at the Dottie About Flair crop. She had sent it to Adam to send with me in my design team box quite a while back, but we kept delaying the box because, well, for various reasons. And so I didn't get the box until I was in England, and silly me, I left it there and put it in my luggage and sent it home. And of course we all know what happened to my luggage. It was 7 weeks of problems for Adam, and I want to put this. He was eating little wedge pieces just like this, so I love that. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And then I'll put something else around here, probably one of these little purple butterflies, like maybe a group of them. I'll do a little bit of glue on here, and I'll let it be on one of the purple squares here. Yeah, I'll let it fly that way. And I maybe will do these others kind of right behind it, or beside it, or somewhere near it. Oops. Fumble fingers. I still wonder where that missing flare is, but I don't need it. Okay, so this one can go that way and be a little bit further down here. And then I have larger ones with the frame, so I'm going to go ahead and put one here. In that cluster. Ooh, I have 2 more left. And I'm going to put this one over here and have it maybe going that way, maybe like that. And I'll put, just for something different, I'll put a little bit of foam under it. Oh, let's see, this is the underside. And I have a few other little tidbits to add, but we're almost done. I love that so much. So here, and then I'll put this one kind of going that way. All right, it's kind of shaping up to be a strange and wonderful page. I have this little heart from Mrs. Brimble's that I was thinking maybe I could put in here, and it kind of, it gives, there's red here, and then this will be another red. There's a little red there and a little bit there. I'll do that, and it's on the title there. Okay, now from this sticker sheet, I saw something that was awesome. This red bit that said weekend, because this was a weekend that we were there. It was Saturday before I left on Sunday. So since I have this coming out this way and so forth, I thought, well, it changed angles on me there. I'm not happy with that. Okay, there we go. And there was maybe something else on here. Maybe not. Maybe not. So I'll put that back. On this, I kind of, well, I know what I liked was the blue butterfly. And I'm going to throw that in even though it doesn't match. The other butterflies wasn't cut from a die like they were, but it's similar enough in shape, and it just looks like it needs to be part of this cluster. Okay, I've got this that says best ever, and I could overlay that. That's kind of what I first thought of doing because that's in pink, but oh, that smile is just the perfect sentiment. I have this kind of craft note sort of thing that I thought maybe could go there, and then I have ended up pushing my pullouts down. So I'll push those back up. I'm not going to use that. Let's see if there was something I had here. Do all things with love is just a perfect sentiment for Johnny, because I think he is truly someone who does all things with love. He is just a sweetheart. I'm gonna put this underneath so that doesn't warp quite as much. I'm gonna peel it up and put this right here. I need more. It needs another layer. So do I have another layer here? Or I need the thicker tape. Now, let's see if I can pull this off. And I don't want a piece that long. I'm sorry, this is always how it turns out. The first part goes by quickly and swimmingly. And then okay, I'm okay with that, I guess. There's this little thing right here that says the details, and I wonder if that would fit right here. Let me take this out and see if I can get that on there without covering up anything that Johnny wrote. So I like that, and I'm rubbing it with my finger. I have some powder that I can put on it to make it not be sticky. So I'm gonna slide that back in. Okay, I'm trying to put it in the wrong place. I slide it back in here and pull this up here, and that's our page, everybody. I do want to add some sparkle with a few yellow sequins, and I have them out in my little tray here. So I'm gonna do a few little spots in each cluster and take the yellow ones. Do I want other colors too? I kind of like the green. And there's a tiny peachy colored one, which isn't anywhere else on the page, but it kind of goes nicely with those. And here, I'm going to put here, here, and here, and then a space for a little one. I will do a peachy one for the big one. For that big one, then I will pull a yellow down here, and I'll take a tiny little teal one to go there, and then I guess that means I've now got room for a little green one. Oh, that's another teal one. Let's go with green. And yes, none of the shades of green match, and that's okay. So I'll do 5 up there, and then let me close my glue. Here's my pen. And here's where my my old eyes start. I'm gonna put this peachy one right there. I will do a green here, and these are Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins, and it's 3 different mixes kind of blended together. I'm gonna tell you the names in a minute. They're Don't Rush Me and Rainbow Sherbet, and a few bits of Strawberry Field, I think, maybe is the other one. I'm looking for a tiny teal one, but I would take one of these tiny kind of neutral color ones to go next to that green. It's kind of a pale yellow. Okay, I think we're done. And Johnny, I hope you like it. And I thank you so much for that heartfelt and wonderful gift. And I will treasure it forever. And I will treasure having met you for longer than that. So thank you again. Bye. And thank you all for watching. Bye.